joined by our push-pull winner for tomorrow's All-Sco Uniforms 302, AJ Allmendinger, driver the number 16 SRS Distribution Chevrolet. We are going to go straight to media questions, start right in the middle with our man, Zach.
Zach Sterniolo with NASCAR.com. AJ, you said on TV that you've still got work to do on race speed. What more do you feel like you guys need to do to get the car dialed in?
Yeah, I mean, it's just trying to connect both ends of the race car right now. That's something we've been working on as a whole all season, especially at these types of racetracks. Each racetrack's different. Texas, I felt like we got a little bit better at it. This place is slick. It's going to be hot and slick tomorrow. More rubber is going to get laid down, so that's going to make it even slicker. So I think it's just trying to get the car connected. So we'll do what we can, and we'll try to make the best of it. I do think when we tape up there, it kind of evens the balance out a little bit better. That's why we got qualifying speed. So, hopefully we can just kind of work on it and at least get it a little bit closer in the ballpark. It looked like the 54 and the 18 were really quick in race trim, so we definitely got some work to do.
32 laps in the spring here, but then once you got back in traffic, weren't able to get back through. Did you notice it? What did you notice about the car in traffic during practice?
Car wasn't bad. Honestly, the car wasn't bad to drive. It just needed a little bit more speed and just needed a little bit more balance. The traffic's always going to be tough when you're behind cars. This track's going to widen out a lot. I think by the end of the race, you're going to have guys up against the fence. The bottom might come back in because rubber gets laid down up top. So it's just trying to find the right balance and the comfort level. So, we'll do what we can. This is where we are at, of the fact that, we are still – it'd be great if we just had a set up and this is what we're going to show up at these races and know that we're going to have all the speed in the world. It's still a kind of a fine tune of what we're working on. So we're close, but we need to be a little bit better.
We'll come over here to Jerry and then Jeff.
Jerry Jordan, kicking the tires.net. We've seen in the past where teams just start clicking, and for you guys, you seem to be on fire right now at Colleague. Has there been a defining turning point that you found, or something that's happened, or is it just right place, right time of the year?
Well, I think the Roval is a racetrack that we've always been good at, so that helped. Talladega, we had so many shots at winning that thing, and just I could never get it done. So to get that was a big confidence boost for all of us. And it's been a lot of work this year. The results, if you just look at the numbers, it seems like, man, it's been a really good year. And when it comes to results, it has been. But being inside the race team and seeing what we fight every weekend, that's to try to get more speed, to go try to run with Gibbs and go run with JRM especially. So it's a combo between ourselves. RCR's been in the same situation as well, if you really look at the numbers. So, I think we're getting closer, but we definitely would love to have a little bit more. But, what I've loved about our team, especially on the 16 side of it in general, but it's everybody at Colleague Racing, is we're maximizing every weekend. I've really put it on my shoulders to try to make or limit the mistakes. And if it's a fifth-place car, try to run fifth with it. Maybe get a fourth, but don't make that fifth-place car a 10th-place car. And that's what we've just tried to do all year, and I think that's why we're in that position. So these three races coming up aren't going to be any different when it comes to that outlook.
Jeff.
With Noah subbing for Bowman, you have to take on more of a load with double duty. Any concern with that, given that you're trying to run for a championship in Xfinity yourself?
No, honestly, it hasn't. The switching back and forth hasn't really bothered me at all. The cars are obviously a lot different, so it's not like you really learn a ton from one to the other. But, when I get in the Cup car, just focus on the Cup car for that time being. And the way the schedule works, it's not a huge deal, right? Tomorrow we go out and start a new day, and it's practice and qualifying for the Cup car. And then once you're done with that, you're done with that. So it's not a lot of back and forth jumping like maybe in the past when the schedule used to be different. So, and then once the Xfinity race is over, then you switch back to Cup mode. So it hasn't messed me up at all. Really, the biggest challenges have been the road courses, just because the braking and the brake markers and gearing's so different. Just trying to remember, okay, like get back in this car, where's the gears, where's the brake markers to not overstep it, especially in the Xfinity car, because the break zones are a lot longer than that. So that's actually been the toughest challenge. But no, if I really thought it would affect me, I'd tell Chris and Matt, like, hey, I don't need to be in the car. So it just gives us a chance to work on a few things heading into next year. Have you seen my energy? That's why I got all that Celsius, man. Like, I'm just pounding it. So, no. Now after the Cup race, I'm done, but not up until then. So yeah, I'm all good.
We'll go to the front, Bob.
Bob Parker, Chris Fox Sports. Following up on that, do you expect to do the Cup races the next 2 following weeks as well, Homestead and Martinsville?
Yeah, I expect to do those. I don't know what Phoenix looks like. Obviously, all these races were scheduled for Noah, so if Alex is back at Phoenix, I could easily see him definitely being in the Cup car. But yeah, I expect to do the next 2 at least.
We'll go in the back to Adam.
Adam Carabine, RacingRefresh.com. Congrats on your pole, AJ. When you come in here, having won the last 2 races, does that, bring a new kind of excitement to you when you're doing qualifying?
No, I mean, it's believe me, you come in with a better attitude than if you've sucked the last 2 races, so that helps for sure. But every race is different, and you just come in, and obviously this is a different round now in the playoffs. But yeah, you just, for me, I know I probably say it so much, and it probably gets too much, but like I'm having so much fun with college racing, and we've won 5 races again this year. It's 2 years in a row that we've won 5 races, and I'm just enjoying it. So it's one of those things that, the goal is to make it to Phoenix in these next 3 races and make it to Phoenix and go try to win the championship. But once again, if it doesn't happen, it's been an amazing year, and I think we're all having fun with it.
Your reputation is kind of more as a road racer, and now you're doing really well on ovals a lot this year too. Is there something you're learning this year that's a little different? Or, I'm not saying you've never been good at ovals, but
It's just fast race cars.
Yeah.
I feel like we all keep learning as we go. Everything that we do, you keep learning. And, but yeah, you win a oval, and, the Atlanta in 2020 when I won it, like, that gave me confidence. I knew I could do it, but you finally show yourself that, hey, I can actually go do this. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm doing anything different, but I feel like I'm at the best that I've been, and I can keep getting better. If I didn't feel like I could keep getting better, I wouldn't say let's go Cup racing, or I wouldn't keep filling an Xfinity car for college racing. But I definitely think I can keep getting better. And I always joked around that the road course thing, when they labeled me that, I said, well, at least it doesn't mean I'm terrible everywhere. At least I'm good at something. So I'm just trying to round myself out now as I get older here.
congrats again. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, we'll close up with Bob.
Bob Pockris, Fox Sports.
I got you, Bob.
Yeah, I know. They like us to say who we are, Ty Gibbs is starting 3rd tomorrow. He's one of the guys you'll be battling with for this championship. I think everybody expects him to go Cup racing next year. Where have you seen him kind of grow or get better this year, if anywhere?
Well, I think he, as I can't imagine being, that where he is in life at, such a young age, and you get kind of thrust in the spotlight, and now, kind of reminds me of when Joey got moved up because Tony left, right? You quickly got to figure it out, and you're going to make mistakes as you go. And, Ty has had things happen that we've all seen that got to keep learning from. But what he's really good at is just not on the racetrack itself. If you really look at it, he doesn't make a ton of mistakes and put himself in bad positions. But he's got so much talent. He's in fast race cars, and that helps because you can just keep getting better and better while you're still running up front. Obviously, the Cup car is a different level, and we all see it when we have to jump in it. It's the best of the best. But he'll have great equipment, and he'll have great teammates, and it's one of those things that he keeps getting better, and that's all you can ask when you're at that age. and he's already so good. So, the sky's the limit for him. And I love racing against him because it pushes me to my limits, and I have to be at my best and maybe even go levels that I don't think I have sometimes to even just try to run with him. So, he'll be around for a long time, no doubt.
All right. Thank you, AJ. Good luck tomorrow.
Hey, is it good or bad that the early start times keep you out of the casino? Man, it's